Hey everyone, and welcome back to Risoli's Recipes for Success. And we are in now episode 4. Last time we talked about my management philosophies and guiding principles, and the first one, which was the golden rule. And this one today we're going to talk about is how to be my second one, which is how to be a great team player who's passionate about one team, one shared vision approach. And I at one point in my career, and most of my career was spent in human resources, I think many of you know. But at one point in my career, I actually did dual roles, meaning I was a operational manager in a certain part of the country for a company, as well as an HR business partner in a different part of the country. I did 2 jobs at the same time, and I took over an area as a general manager, operational manager, with a team that was very divided. The management team, who was, very much working against the labor force there, the hourly workforce that was there. And I had to really bring about this management philosophy here of one team, one shared vision, one approach. And what I did is I found commonality, and finding commonality makes people work together. So again, when we all talk about the divisiveness of a country and politics, and I really don't ever want to talk about politics on here, but there is always commonality in people. There is always something that brings them together, whether it's love of country or a family that has a relationship, whether it's a people that are brought together by an illness or a pandemic like COVID. There's commonalities, and sometimes it's not always positive, the commonality, but what the point is here is that you can use those commonalities to create teamwork and bring people together for a better cause or for a greater cause. And in a company or a leadership setting, what that is often driven by is a company's mission, vision, and values. So when employees work for a company, they work towards what that company is trying to succeed at. They work together for that. So when I was working, leading that team, our goal locally, our goal as a team was that we were losing money. And no matter who you were that I was leading, and it was, well over 100 people that I was leading, it was the fact that we're here to try and make money, because what does that do? That ensures job security. And whether or not you're on one side of the field on a management side or one side of the field on an hourly employee side, and there was labor union there as well. The fact is if you don't make money, there's a possibility you might not be in business. So the goal was to work together. So what I'm looking at, I do want to kind of expand on this a little bit from a corporate standpoint, but what is a mission, of a company? So that's the outline of the company's purpose, what it does, who it serves, answers the questions of why does this company even exist? And I'll use a quote. I'm going to keep on inserting quotes into this podcast. I love to be able to use these. I found this one. Your mission statement defines what you do, not what you sell. So it's pretty much the company's North Star, right? It guides every decision and action you make. And it's not just about profit. It's about the impact that you're trying to create in the world. So like, what are you trying to solve as a company? What are you trying to bring to the table as a company to make the world a better place? So that's the mission, right? Look at what, kind of think of it from a religious standpoint. What's the mission, right? Or from a military standpoint, what's your mission? Vision statement. So a vision statement outlines the company's long-term aspirations. It's what it hopes to achieve in the future. That's where you're painting the picture. Quote would be, the vision without action is a daydream. And action without a vision is a nightmare. It's a famous Japanese proverb. So, a compelling vision inspires employees and stakeholders. It's the destination towards which everyone is working together. So, it's different than a mission statement for sure. Again, it brings out what the aspirations and goals are. So it paints that picture, like I mentioned. And then the last thing with vision comes the values of a company. So these are the core principles and beliefs that guide a company's culture and decision making. So, what are your principles in essence? They represent the company's ethics and define how you behave. So, quote, your values become your destiny. And that's Gandhi, that quote was. So your values they're like your guide rails and your guardrails on the road. They achieve that mission and vision. They kind of keep you on that right path and build that trust of why employees want to work there and customers want to do business with you. So going back to my guiding principles, what is being a great team player with a shared vision, though? So some adjectives of what it means, and some actions that are, it's collaboration. Obviously, it's teamwork. It's collaborating with each other. Working towards that shared vision. And, great team players, they understand the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, right? So, the collaboration of the team is, there's no I in team. So working together towards that, is of most important. I'm going to use a quote from Henry Ford, but it all, makes me think of a car. It's like, all the parts in a car have to be built perfectly, but they're nothing until they're put together and they become something. So, his quote was, coming together is the beginning, staying together is the process, and working together is a success. So when you think of it, that collaboration, think of how important each part in a car could be. And one part can make the car not run properly, but all those parts put together is what makes a vehicle, all right? A vehicle to success. Passion for the vision. So passion is immensely important. Passion is like your driving force behind achieving your success in that vision. Passion ignites dedication and perseverance. It's the fuel that keeps the team pushing forward when faced with the challenges that you have. So here's another quote. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. And this is like the vibrant culture. And I talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs a lot. So this is this falls absolutely, all my guiding principles fall within the esteem part of the guiding principle of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And within esteem, passion drives culture. Passion drives it's the fuel that drives the dedication of the team. What can you have if you don't have alignment, though? So alignment is the next thing I want to talk about. It's making sure every team member understands and is aligned and committed to that vision. Alignment ensures everyone's pulling their weight and they're going in the same direction. It minimizes the conflicts of the team and maximizes your results. So alignment is huge when it comes to making sure that things are working together. The pistons are all going and they're not going like this. They're going in unison. The wheels are all turning in the right direction. Alignment is, it's making sure that the vision is, the vision is achieved and you have a powerful force in place to achieve that. What's alignment, though, without continuous communication? So, within a team, yes, there's obviously someone who probably steps into a leadership perspective to lead the team, but communication amongst the team is immensely important. Keeping the vision alive requires ongoing communication. Like a reaffirmation of what you're doing, a reaffirmation of the alignment. So regular communication keeps the vision fresh in everyone's mind. It keeps the reminder of what the ultimate goal is and what they're there to do. Communication works for those who work at it. That's a famous quote by John Powell. So, making sure that soldiers in the field understand what they are there for, the communication around that, making sure employees have, quarterly town halls or monthly meetings that are addressing that, making sure families, have conversations at the dinner table, making sure that personal fitness trainers are communicating with their clientele, or gym owners are communicating with their gym members, making sure that organizations that you are a part of for nonprofits and for community service are have monthly meetings to communicate about what those visions are. But just remember, and I'm going to sum this up because this one is going over the 10-minute mark here, and I like to keep them less than 15. Remember, a company's mission, vision, and values provide the foundation for the culture and strategic direction, right? And being a great team player who is passionate about those shared vision and values means actively contributing to the realization of all those visions, while upholding the company's values and working collaboratively with each other. So that's what this philosophy is all about. If I could sum it up in 2-3 sentences, it's making sure that collaboration amongst each other are really driving that success, while not sacrificing or while upholding the values and beliefs that are the guide rails of the mission and vision that you're out to achieve and the goals you're out to achieve. So that was Risoli's episode 4 of success. And next time we're going to talk about servant leadership. And by gosh, that is immensely important for, and I use the word immensely, I know a lot, but that's really important. I live by that with the utmost, passion to make sure, do what you say what you do, and don't tell others to do that you're not willing to do yourself in practice. So next time we'll talk about servant leadership, and I'll get into that a lot more. But I want to wish everyone a wonderful day ahead, and please continue to follow, like, share at Jason Risoli on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Reddit, and probably more to come. But and also, if you have topics or you want to be a guest, let me know. But thank you, everyone, and God bless.